find ourselves at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, for this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Las Vegas Raiders and the Denver Broncos. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Play action. Now it's Locke. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not much there, only a yard.
And 9 at the 26-yard line.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Locke working out of the gun. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's good.
Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
1st and 10 at the
Lock now on 1st down. Open man Hamler, that's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. 25 yards there on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 38. Shotgun snap to Locke. This is Hamler on the receiving end. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Locke. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. It's a gain of 7, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 20. And going for Hamler, but this is intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
A confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback, because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards.
A gain of 18 on the play. 1st down, Raiders.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Mostert. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Shotgun now for Brady. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the first down marker. Excellent defense, good tackling.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt.
43-yard attempt.
And Lutz's kick is good. And the Raiders jump out to a 3-0 advantage.
Raiders 3.
In the end, the opening drive, Charles, does yield points. Maybe not the touchdown that they wanted, though.
Yeah, but bottom line, they wanted to get something out of that drive, and they did that. 3 points, they won't turn that down at all.
Catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10. At their own.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away. But they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
First down and much more here for Jones. And down to the 16-yard line. A big run there by Jones. 47 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Locke. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's a gain of 6 as they're able to convert, and now it's 1st and goal.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Aaron Jones, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive, and how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
21-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by his running back where he mostered. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Again, they'll throw with Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. points, 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
Here's the Raiders punter now. K.J. Hamler deep for the Broncos. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. It'll be called just a 22-yard punt, certainly not what he wanted. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior, big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
Now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Brings up from the shotgun to give to Jones. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
On the carry.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
It's now third down.
Different pass rushes are designed for different things. Sometimes you want to keep the quarterback in the pocket. Sometimes you want him to flush. I don't know exactly how this one was designed, but they made sure they moved him to his right. He got out of the pocket. Unfortunately for him, he was hit as he tried to throw the ball, and that resulted in an incompletion.
Block and Sutton on the connection there for a Denver first down.
At the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Block. They'll get this to Hamler over the middle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Broncos.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
At the 14-yard line.
Jones. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
At the 9-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
At their own 20-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick, and shifty. Can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary, and that led to a really nice gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Brady. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And a Raider 1st down.
They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And down inside the 15 he goes. Took nearly the entire first half, but a first red zone opportunity for him here. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st down, they go with Mostert again. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
And it's 3rd down.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. The kick by Lutz is good, and that'll bring him back within 4. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead.
And now nothing but green ahead of him. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. It's good, and now it's an 11-point lead, 17-6.
Broncos 17, Raiders 6.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Brady now on first down. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a one-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone, and a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. The best starting field position you could possibly have. First and goal from the 1. From the gun, Brady. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders are back within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one-play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was fairly easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. Back to the air on second down. It's Locke. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Locke. He'll let this go deep for Sutton. And that's incomplete. Clock stops with 10 seconds left.
Sutton, incomplete. It's second down and 10.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw again. Locke. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Noah Fant, incomplete. Brings up third down and 10.
Now they face a third and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. And he will be out of bounds as time has run out on this first half. So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report.
Brandon McManus to kick off.
The Raiders are going to have it first, and they trail here as we get back to it in this third quarter of action. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. And I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down
at the 25-yard line.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher third down looming. Brady now to throw. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it will be 4th down.
3 and out.
The punt team on now as this one's sent away. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
49-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Operating from the gun. Lock. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It's the former number 4 overall pick, Cleveland Ferrell, that got in there to bring him down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play. He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. They do go for it. It's Locke. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. K.J. Hamler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now a play fake, and here's Locke. The left side completion to Jones. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well.
That's another Broncos 1st down.
This is Jones. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11.
On the carry.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense against the run, by the way, they're not top 5, but they are top 10.
So what's your philosophy here? Do you try and run the ball against a team that's pretty good against the run? What if you're a pretty good run?
And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. Tanner Muse with it. He's at the 50. The 30. Past the 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score.
Well, I think we all know the turnovers have a way of deciding games, and before you say something snarky, I realize that's not particularly astute. But in this case, how about the evidence right here in the 3rd quarter? They've got the lead, moving the football, things looking good, and then
Yeah, so now a flip on the scoreboard with that pick six, and I don't know, the rest of this second half shaping up to be very interesting. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
37-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Block. Caught on the right side by Jones. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. Well, earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
After the run by Jones, here's 1st and 10. Into the red zone, it's Locke. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
I may be an analyst, but I'm also a fan. I love it when people take the big shots downfield, but he was under a lot of duress, and I think that forced the incompletion downfield. Didn't have a real good chance to find his target.
This is caught, and he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
That's good.
Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker. You've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense. After the loss on first down, they're going to walk that line and understand they don't have to rush just yet. But time is still going to be a factor in the decision-making. Call your play. Make sure everyone knows what they're doing. You have to score a touchdown here. You've got to find a way to cash in.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
They turn to the fullback, Gillespie, and he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. It's the fullback. His first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos have retaken the lead. And this one through the uprights and good.
Broncos 24, Raiders 20.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Brady. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39.
A gain of 2.
So many things have to come together just right for a screen pass to break for big yardage. The blocking, the timing of the pass to the runner, everything has to fit together just right. But on that play, the defense was able to disrupt things and hold it to a short game.
Welcome back now to Denver. It's Raider football here, but they're on the short side of the scoreboard right now as we begin the fourth. Throwing again on second down. Brady got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Now Brady again. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So they will accept the penalty and move forward.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice with the arm. But if you know, you know.
From the gun, a run with Mostert. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
He's brought down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd and 7, Brady. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That would go for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be third down.
That was impressive to me because while it was a pass play, they still rallied to the football like they were filling running lanes, and they were able to put the receiver on the ground.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. He can run for it, and he will. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks.
34-yard line.
A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
A Raider first down.
This is Mostert. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown.
Las Vegas.
Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have retaken the lead.
Lining up for the point after.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run, and one thing I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why?
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
5. Block working out of the gun. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And he's into.
Will Lutz lining
This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge.
Point game.
Will Lutz set to kick.
So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score.
Yard line. Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy. Whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
To throw again on 2nd down. Locke. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan. Over the top.
From the gun on 3rd down, Locke. He'll drop this underneath for Jones. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
I think that was good strategy there, trying to go right back to him after the last completion. But this time, the defense was all over him, and they got there to break that one up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Locke. They'll let this go deep for Sutton. It's caught inside the 25. And he will be taken down deep in Las Vegas territory. It's a big play there for the Broncos. 45 yards. Eluding the pressure right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And the Broncos are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. 8th catch for him now. He's been a big factor. And it's a 1st down. He sets up the screen to Jones. No gain on the screen there at 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Locke. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. K.J. Hamler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. Now McManus for the extra point. And the lead is down to 2.
Makes the score Raiders 33. Broncos.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this 4th quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Third down.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. 55 more. 55.
Back to throw, Brady. Got his connection complete to Ruggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. Henry Ruggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
And that might just seal the deal here. It makes it a 2-score game with not a lot of time on the clock.
Broncos 31. Will Lutz set to kick off.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down in those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tanner Muse with it. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the leather jacket and go get the football. How about this one? 3 interceptions thus far.
6-yard pickup brings up.
So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. Once again, it's Mostert. Down to the 25. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead him to 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Raheem Mostert with now 2 fourth-quarter touchdowns. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. So what can Brady do here as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Shotgun now for Brady. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth-quarter lead.
Broncos 31.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Hamler elects not to return it.
25-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. This is the tight end fan. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards.
At the 43-yard line.
Clock now on first down. Flush to his right. He's going to let it fly. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. KJ Hamler, the intended receiver. But it's going to be second down. To throw again. Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out. And the Raiders pick it up. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely.
If you know, you know. If you know about the carpool. The trap door's supposed to be awkward. If you know, you know.
Wait, that flag, 20. You ain't got nothing. You ain't got nothing. Hey, check one. Watching the clock. And let's get this.
Today's final score.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Las Vegas, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Arizona Cardinals. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner.